Death might not be what we think. What if consciousness never truly ends? Quantum mechanics challenges our understanding of life, reality, and existence itself. Let's explore 6 mind-blowing theories that suggest death might just be an illusion. Quantum immortality, the universe where you never die. Imagine you're in a life-or-death situation. In one universe, you die. In another, you survive. According to quantum immortality, based on the many worlds interpretation, you will only ever experience the versions of reality where you continue to exist. From your perspective, death never happens. This theory emerges from quantum mechanics, where every event with multiple possible outcomes creates parallel universes. Physicists like Hugh Everett propose that each time a quantum event occurs, reality splits. If true, this means somewhere, in some version of reality, you are still alive, forever moving forward, never reaching an absolute end. The many worlds interpretation, infinite you, infinite lives. Expanding on the previous idea, the many worlds interpretation suggests that every decision you make creates a new parallel universe. In one, you're watching this video. In another, you aren't. If consciousness shifts across these timelines, then dying in one universe doesn't necessarily mean the end of you. You could continue living in another. This theory challenges the idea of a single, linear reality. Instead, every possibility exists simultaneously, meaning versions of you could be living out different destinies, some wildly different from the life you know. Scientists argue that if quantum mechanics applies to the macroscopic world, your experience of life may simply jump between surviving timelines. The quantum Zeno effect. Can observation stop death? A strange phenomenon in quantum physics suggests that observing a system continuously can prevent it from changing. This is known as the quantum Zeno effect. Experiments have shown that by frequently measuring unstable particles, scientists can stop them from decaying. This raises an intriguing question. If consciousness plays a role in reality, could it also influence biological processes? Could self-awareness slow down aging or even prevent death? Some researchers speculate that since observation alters quantum states, our perception of time and reality might be more powerful than we realize. The simulation hypothesis. Are we just code? What if reality itself is just an advanced simulation? This idea, supported by scientists and tech visionaries like Elon Musk, suggests that our universe might be a highly sophisticated virtual environment, much like a video game. If true, death might not be an end but a transition, like logging out of a program or shifting to another reality. In video games, characters don't truly die, they respawn or reset. If we are in a simulation, then what happens when we die? Do we simply wake up in a different reality or a higher level of existence? Scientists have found strange patterns in the fundamental structures of physics, mathematical rules that resemble computer code. This raises the question, if everything is information, what happens to our consciousness when our code stops running? Consciousness and the wave function collapse. Do we create reality? Quantum mechanics suggests that before being observed, particles exist in multiple states at once, a concept known as superposition. When observed, the wave function collapses, forcing reality to take a definite form. Some physicists, like Sir Roger Penrose, suggest that consciousness itself may be responsible for this collapse. If the mind plays a direct role in shaping reality, then what happens when we die? Does our awareness simply shift to another quantum state? If consciousness is fundamental to the structure of the universe, it may not be bound by physical death. Instead, it could exist independently, moving between states of reality just like quantum particles do. The holographic principle. Is death an illusion? One of the most radical theories in physics proposes that our entire universe is a 3D projection from a 2D surface, like a hologram. This idea stems from studies on black holes, where scientists discovered that information falling into a black hole isn't lost but stored on its surface. If the universe itself functions this way, then what we perceive as life and death might just be shifts in projection. In other words, death could be nothing more than a transition to another form of existence, much like changing the channel on a television. Some physicists argue that if reality is fundamentally holographic, then consciousness might not be confined to the physical body. Instead, it could exist as an informational pattern that continues beyond what we perceive as death. What does this all mean? These 6 theories challenge everything we know about life and death. If quantum mechanics suggests that reality is fluid, ever-changing, and interconnected, then the idea of a permanent end might not be real. Are we truly immortal? Do we shift between infinite versions of ourselves? Is death just an illusion caused by our perception of reality? Science has yet to provide definitive answers, but one thing is certain: reality is far stranger than we ever imagined. Like, share, and subscribe to All Topic Zone. Which of these theories do you find the most compelling? Let's discuss in the comments.